Right, welcome to Skinny TV on YouTube once again. Let's take the latest news coming in from the camp of Mohammed Kudus. His coach, Alfred Schreuder, has this time around got hard on him as well as his job, other players, and a lot. After yesterday, Ajax won by 7 goals to 1. The coach had about 10 minutes rant talking about Kudus, talking about Brobe, talking about a whole lot of stuff, and I have the details here for you on this channel. Then we also check on Daniel Kofichu. I told you guys that he picked up a little knock in the game against Nantes in the UEFA Europa League. I'll also talk about Addo Mohammed. I've told you this player has already got Blasters call-up. Yes, take it from me. You are going to get it. Yes, Coach Otto has already sent him a message, and I brought you updates here on this channel. What is his injury situation? We'll talk a little on him. Then we will also talk about former GFA Vice President George Free. He has also spoken about Jordan Ayew and Dede Ayew's brouhaha. We know a lot of people have been talking about them, and he says that Ghanaians are not being fair to these two players. We are going to look at the details on this channel. Before then, if you've joined me and you are new here, kindly subscribe to the channel, put on the bell for more updates here on this channel. Then you also leave your comments in the comment section. If you are here watching me, kindly like the video, just like it. Then you leave your message. I'll be giving shout out in my next video. I'll give shout out in my next video. That's when I'll give you Blasters of Ghana strikers for the upcoming World Cup. So let's get into the stories now. Before I talk about Jose Free's own and Kudus' own, let me give injury updates on Addo Mohammed and Daniel Kofichu. Addo Mohammed suffered a late injury in RC Lens versus Montpellier when they won by 1-0. He was substituted on the 90th minute where he was tackled on his shin. So it was his shin that he was tackled on. I understand it is not really a serious injury. So today, possibly he will train for his club side. So he was assessed yesterday, and according to multiple reports, it is not really a serious injury. So we will look at him, whether he will be able to train today with the full squad. I'll bring you updates on this channel. So Addo Mohammed, possibly today he will train with his club side RC Lens, and I'll bring you updates on this channel. Daniel Kofichu also suffered an injury against Nantes in the UEFA Europa League, and because of that yesterday, where Bayern Munich walloped his side SC Freiburg by 5-0, the player could not play a part in that game. He didn't feature at all for the club side. So he is also going to be assessed further this particular week to see whether the player will be available for selection. So they all have injuries which are not major injuries, they are minor injuries, and that is a good news. I'll be following them after they get assessed, then I'll bring you updates on this particular channel. Now let me begin from Kudus before I go to George Free's own. Now Kudus Mohammed's coach Alfred Schreuder has come out, and yesterday he hit hard after his side won by 7-1. He was squeezed with a lot of questions from the media guys, and he said that if Ajax do not have time for him and they want to sack him, he's cool with it, but no one teaches him how to do his job. He's hit on the players that he used. He said he determines the player where to play and a whole lot of stuff. He also said that no one can build a team within 4 to 5 months. He is the boss and he is doing a lot. In fact, he ran for about 10 minutes. Now, when he reached on Mohammed Kudus and Brian Brobe's situation, they asked him why Kudus, he plays him as a false 9, but not as a number 10. Schreuder said this. He said, if I don't get the time from Ajax, I couldn't care less. Then they have to sack me. Kudus as a striker, 8 goals in 8 out of 9 games. You can't tell me he is a bad option as a striker. Losing from Napoli is not about Kudus or Brobe. Napoli just has more quality. Yes, with the ending part, I agree with him. Napoli has quality this season and they are playing some sumptuous football. Yes, yesterday he came on and Brian Brobe was in the game before he scored. At that time, he was not playing as a typical number 9. Yes, so Kudus, even though he scores, but everyone is calling for Kudus to be played as a false as a number 10, but not as a false 9. Yesterday when he came on and he was not playing as a false 9, everyone was enjoying his game, because sometimes if he plays as a false nine, because he's not a typical striker, sometimes he wouldn't know he's offside, because he has been caught offside on various occasions, then also getting a lot of balls and a whole lot of stuff. So yesterday the coach was really angry. He hit hard at the media, said that if they want anything, they should call him themselves. And he said that if he, in fact, yesterday he ran. So that is what he said on Kudus. He justified why Kudus should play as a false nine, because he has scored a lot of goals in that position, and he thinks that that is his position. I don't know what you think about Alfred Schreuder's position on Mohammed Kudus. Now, Ghanaians have been unfair to Ayew, said by George Afriye. He is a former GFA vice president, and he believes Ghana have not been fairly, treating the two boys. That is Dede Rami Morgan Ayew and Andre. That is Jordan Ayew PL. Yes, he said we are not actually being fair to them. He said the two sons of the legendary Abedi Pele have always been a scapegoat anytime the Black Stars of Ghana perform abysmally. He continued by saying that many have been calling their heads, demanding that they are not called into the national team again. But when he was speaking with Untold Stories TV GH, George Afriye said he thinks that Ghanaians are unfair to the Ayew brothers. This is the actual words that he used. He said, "We have been unfair to them as footballers. They all have their flaws. But trust me, if a player is playing in the EPL today, week in, week out, what will be the justification for not calling him? It is the same justification I will call for the inclusion of Jeffrey Schlupp." Okay, so according to him, he says that he will also call for Jeffrey Schlupp because he thinks that the players are playing in the EPL day in and day out. This tells you that yes, he has the quality. Talking of Jordan Ayew, he continued by saying that, "For me, if you call Jordan, you have just called a good player from a good league. I'm not mistaken. Just check the numbers of Andre Ayew. We are just criticizing them unfairly." So according to him, we are criticizing the two brothers unfairly because Jordan is playing week in, week out, and Andre Ayew is also getting the numbers with his new club side, that is Al Sadd, that he joined for some 2 seasons ago. So guys, what do you think? This is hot. George Afriye, who happens to be the former GFA vice president, is saying about the Ayew brothers, and also Ajax coach on Kudus, then the injury update on Salis and Daniel Kofiche. This has been the update for today. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, share to your friends, and leave a comment in the comment section. This was Kenny TV, and of course, we shall meet later.
Please subscribe to the channel and hit on the notification bell for more.